Hi there. You'll remember when we finished the last video, I suggested that the next job was going to be to place the two pickups in here. While I was in the shower I was thinking about that, and I really can't do it that way because the cavity that I'm going to cut out for the pickups is very, very exact, and there'll be no room for the holes, no holes for the wires to go, so the wires will be in the way. So I need to do the controls here, and on the back of the guitar route out the big cavity where the wires will eventually all meet and be soldered, and then drill the tunnels all the way through, so the wires can go in the tunnel to the cavity and they won't be in my way. So if it doesn't make sense, it will later. So what I've done right now, if you can just see there, I've marked this is one, this will be the tone control goes, this will be where the volume control goes, and this will be where the switch goes to switch between the two pickups. So I'll set the camera up, we'll drill a couple of holes in there, and then we'll see what we've got on the back and map out an area to excavate is probably the best word. Alright, I'll set the camera up and I'll be back in a moment. Okay, once again we'll be using the brad point bit on the drill. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see that or not. And that will hopefully stop the drill wandering too far out of whack. I'll try and drill it as close to vertical as possible, but I'm only human, so we'll see how we go. There will be a little bit of tear out on the back, but that won't matter because it's all going to be excavated. Alright, let's have a look and see what we've got. Yes, as expected, a little bit of tear out there, but that's no big deal. I'll get our paper template and we'll see how we look for drawing the final shape. You may remember this was the original little template that I drew up with my hand here to get some focus. I think that's it's a fair enough shape, but when I sort of try and do one hand, I try and peel this back, you can see that it's actually not really going to work. These three holes here are the ones we need, these two not. That one's okay, that will disappear. This one I'll probably have to fill in with dowel like we did right at the very beginning of this project, but I think that this shape is just not going to work at all. So I'll have to come up with a new shape and take it from there. So I'll think of an idea and we'll draw it on a piece of cardboard and we'll come back and look at it. In the meantime, I'm going to take the neck and the bridge off again, because when I'm going to be excavating the back of this, I don't want to be damaging any of this stuff. So it's got to come off again anyway, probably a couple of times before we get finished, and that's fine. So I'll see if I can come up with a shape that I like, and we'll take it from there. So I think that shape will work. I can see it's a very rough drawing there. That will give me a lot of room to work inside here to get the pots, or potentiometers they're called, to get them in here. The capacitor, the wires, the switch, to get all the stuff in here without being too cramped. I'm pretty sure, I'll check it in a minute, but I'm pretty sure I've got a piece of Rimu that's left over from the front that will be just about big enough. So I'll check that out, and if so, I'll need to make a template out of some MDF so we can route this out and go from there. So next time I see you, that little hole will be filled, and we should have a template, or in fact 2 templates, and you'll see why 2 when we get to it. So I'm going to go make a cup of coffee, and then I think I'll see if I can figure out a plan here. So I'm starting on this template here in the usual fashion. You know, it was I drilled all the holes around the outside to make the cutting easier. Now I have to rasp the edge down to this line to get it nice and smooth. This is one template of 2 that I'm going to need for that back cavity. I had a look, and I do have a piece of Rimu left that's just going to be perfect for this size. The Rimu's a little bit thick. I'll have to thin it down without breaking it to make a really nice cover. So I'm going to go ahead and rasp and sand this till it's nice. Once I've done that, then I can make the second template. It might sound a little bit strange to have 2 templates for the one job, but you'll see why. Alright, I'm going to get to it, and I'll come back after I'm done. So here we go with our first template. That will be just fine. Now we need to make a second template. So we'll place this on top of some MDF that I've got. What I need to do is to draw in here, but about this much inside, because I need to make it smaller. You'll see why later, but the only way I can think of doing it, I found this little knob. I mean, you could use a washer or anything, I guess, and my Hello Kitty pencil, Adam. If I stick the pencil inside here, I should be able to do this one-handed. I should be able to just draw a line right around there. And we should get a very accurate inside line. Kind of like that. What I need to do now, if you can, I don't know if you can imagine, I'm going to, now I won't explain it because I'll confuse you. I'll show you when it's done. But what I need to do is to just move this in here, kind of like that, and in here, same sort of deal, up at the top as well, whoops, and down at the bottom. These will be the places that I use to secure the top too, but like I say, you'll see that later. So I'll do my normal machine gun drilling, and we'll cut out the piece of the middle, and we'll get the rasp one into action, and pretty soon we'll have template number 2. Template 1's done. Template 2 has had the machine gun treatment, and I'm just about to get the what's the name of the saw? I always forget this one. Coping saw. And we'll join the dots and pop that middle out, and then get onto it with the rasp and sandpaper. So there we are, we're all done. There's template 1 and template 2. If I put one on top of the other, you'll get a rough idea perhaps of what I'm trying to do here. If not, you'll see in the end. What I have to do now is run some super glue around these inside edges of both, which will harden them up and make them a little bit more resilient to the bearing on the router. It doesn't matter if I only use these templates once and then they're ruined. but I want them to stand at least for this one. So I'll get on with that, and the next time you'll probably see me excavating the body.